how much are you putting yourself into your audience's shoes? So when you're creating your advertising or any of your marketing, but especially your advertising because you are investing in it, how often do you find yourself saying, what is the person receiving like this? What are they feeling or what are they thinking about it? And am I setting them up right to take the next step? And that's what this comes down to. So I want you to take a moment right now and give yourself a rating on a scale of 1 to 10. 1, you are really not doing this almost ever. 10, you're doing it so consistently. And give yourself a rating right now. So rate yourself 1 to 10. How much and how often are you putting yourself in your audience's shoes? Now, I don't think you need to think too much about it. I'm not going to go silent while you work the magic, but I want to put it this way. If you are consistently doing this and you're giving yourself a 7 out of 10, you truly should have a pretty good business right now, right? You should have a business that takes care of itself, that brings you enough income, that is working well, getting you good referrals. You have put a good structure in place for yourself so that good things are coming back to you. If you have given yourself a 9 or a 10 and you are putting yourself almost 100% of the time in your audience's shoes, you should so totally be scaling your business up to another income bracket and level every couple months. Because if you're putting yourself in your audience's shoes, you know exactly what they want. You're giving them exactly what they want, and you're making them offers that make perfect sense to them. So stop and think about this for a second. Whether you've given yourself a 7 or an 8 or a 9 or a 10, are you actually getting these results? That's what we want to really dive into further. Because if you're giving yourself a 7 or an 8, but your business is not bringing you consistent income, then you are probably not really at a 7 or an 8. You're probably lower. I don't know where, so let's dive in. Have you given yourself a 5 or a 6? So that maybe half the time you are actually putting yourself in your audience's shoes and you have an idea of what is meaningful for them, and also that you're delivering what's meaningful for them where they are. But the other half of the time, you're giving them what you want them to have and what you know that they need to have, and you're not matching that up to what they actually want or what they're interested in. So that's probably the 5 to 6. The 3 to 4 is you're spending way more time talking about whatever you want to talk about, but you're not responding to things that your people are actually bringing up for you. And if you're giving yourself a 1 or a 2, I want to say you're probably in the best place because you're being so bluntly honest that you need to make a change. And the change doesn't have to be difficult. The change needs to be nothing more than this. So this is for you if you're in the 1 to 6 zone or you're in the 7 to 8 zone, believing you are, but not getting results. Here it is. When you decide to create any content, or when you have created content and you're figuring out what to do with it, because it is important that you created it, because you feel that it is, how are you stopping for a moment and saying, if I were a member of my own audience looking at this, how would this make me feel? And what would I be thinking? And would this make me want to move to the next step? Because when you are able to simply do nothing but stop yourself in the locomotive non-stopping train that is pulling you through your business, just getting administrative stuff done, but not going deeper, right? To stop yourself, slow yourself down, and ask yourself how much you're putting yourself in your audience's shoes. Because the more you do it, the better your results consistently are. They can't help but get better. And you probably are creating more engagement that way when you're putting yourself in your audience's shoes. You're probably creating more engagement, you're getting more commentaries, people are sharing your stuff, you're having a consistent income from it. That's what we're looking for. So be honest. There's no shame in a 1 to 2, 3, or 4 answer. There's no shame. You have all the opportunity in the world waiting for you. If you can say, no, I'll be honest for a second, I'm like at a 3. I do think about that sometimes and I deliver that content, but the majority of time I'm not doing that. If you can put yourself in that position, you have only up to go and you will start asking yourself that, creating that content, and shifting the needle of your business in a much bigger way. This is so vital for advertising because your dollars are going to it. But this really needs to be with all of your marketing. The thing I love about advertising, which I hope that you start to love even more, and so many of you have told me going through the course that I have that it's so valuable, is going through the advertising process does clarify your whole business. And that's what it's designed to do. So today, be honest with yourself, give yourself a lot of love, whatever your answer is, and start to make the adjustments. Your audience will thank you for it. Your business will thank you for it. And your income and your ability to take care of yourself, your family, your long-term plans will really thank you for it. I will see you on the next episode of the spiritual side of marketing and advertising.